George will be playing Santa this Christmas season because somebody played Santa with him. I'm Milton, son of Carpenter Mary. Daddy Carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a Carpenter Mary. I get to tell parables, and this is my Mormons beware image. Never mind the dogs. The owners are armed with phones making videos of your crimes, your character across America. We don't like you casing our homes while we're at work. We don't like you preying on our elderly neighbors. Excuse me. And George has had enough of the Mormons over the years. He's retired now. And he's watching the show on TV or the internet about home improvement. He's looking to fix the house up, get a project or two going. And he here's that knock on the door. He's seen them in the neighborhood past week. And he hears that knock on the door and he knows exactly what it is. It's the Mormons, LDS, Latter-day Sinners. The other folks who inspired this image, and it sums up the thoughts of a lot of folks, the feelings they got about those folks that interrupted dinners, that are preying on their elderly. Well, let me find the one. Oh, a simple free downloadable program will let you put your website defending America with one thing or another right down there where that one is. Comes 4x6 photo, laminate them, and they'll last a while in your wallet. And you find somebody feels that way about the Mormons. Well, why it won't slide again? Oh, it gets there and it won't. Yeah, put your website defending America right here. Yep, excuse me, I can clear my throat. Just got up, had to do some blood work. The good thing is they came here. George looks out that window. He doesn't see anybody. And he goes to open the door. And yeah, big box of those things. Like these things, that's what they are, except the white background and the Mormons beware them. Big box of photos, 4x6 print photos. I'll put it somewhere. I don't want to put it on the stove. It's just dirty. Let me put it right back here. Get back to my apparel. I'm the self-carpenter. I get to tell parables. And in that box with just packs full of 4x6 photos, 15 cents, give or take a nickel, depending on where you shop. Order online, get them delivered right to your door like George got his, except it wasn't from a delivery person, from somebody who knows. George has some time on his hands now, retired, and knows how he feels about the Mormons, Latter-day Sinners. So I gave him that little red hat and beard. And yeah, George will be playing Santa. Takes them to all the groups he's in, course, wallpapers his neighborhood. He sends them out, even with his Christmas cards. Lots of good Christians all across America tired of watching them case their neighborhoods and their homes and preying on their elderly. It's a Christmas gift that you don't even have to tell them that. You can use it as text, huh? But you don't have to. You can just hand it to them. You can put it on your door. Oh, some folks have the experiences I have with their character. The devil's people walking among us. I'm getting them in the wrong pile. It's supposed to be saints over here. Saints over there. This over here. One man working alone. I got to multitask. Tear down that great wall of evil so I can have some disciples to sort my imagery and deal with the constant time-wasting efforts of the devil's people walking among us. Yeah, it's okay. Get that truth out there. Check and post and pipe with those Mormons. We'll put billboards up over there, right next to those ugly as sin temples and churches. Put up billboards. Oh, I like that. I got some unique color combos and stuff. Custom, I kind of program lets you pick the color, so I picked that as a background. You can leave it on, you can take it off. You're going to find 25,000 plus at vote-truth.blogspot.com. You should be able to find the Big Five, the Mormons. Big Fives, of course, but the Mormons Beware ones there. In the Flickr for sure. And I don't think I've gotten to one of the... I've gotten to two of the Google Drives. But one of them I haven't, so if it's not there in its own little folder, it's 4x6 photo to download and print out. Wherever you print out your photos. If it's not there, look around, look in the Flickr folder, and the Flickr big collection, and it should be up at the top. Mormons Beware. But yeah, Georgia will be handing out that stuff for the Christmas season. It's October, not even Halloween. And let me get to and George, tell us those websites, Christ Complex Links, Vote-Truth, Flight 93, Check 5.blogspot.com. I think it's a new one. I'm still making sure I got the number and letters right. You go to Blogspot and it has links to the big collection of my photos with the Big Fives and the Mormons Beware are in their own folders. Easy to find. You download, you print out what you want to print out. I don't think that did it at all. Well, there's nothing in it. That's why I didn't know. So that didn't. Let me get to another one. Array has called up the police in his Anytown, USA. And he... Oh, there we go. He explains to him, I saw a suspicious looking gray car parked at the corner. And then they came back on their bikes. The missionaries, Mormon missionaries, Latter-day Saints, they will use bikes cars and feet to do the devil's work. The devil insists that they spend 3 long hours each and every Sunday worshiping him in his lies 296. They will use all those different methods. And yeah, they parked their car and they took those bikes and went off looking, but yeah, Ray explains they came back, put the cars in, put a little book on top of their car as they were looking around, got in the car, forgot the book was up there. I drove off and that thing just flew off. They weren't very good drivers. Oh, Dad, a blue light, Dad. He'd have that coffee, pick it up, at the convenience store, 7-Eleven. He'd put it up on top and he'd do something, he'd forget about it. And then he'd drive all the way home, and yeah, it's still up there. He's a very careful driver. Well, these Mormons, the thing flew off. And the cop, Ray hands the book to the cop. I'm going to show you my eyes real quick. Keep it under 15, hopefully. I got to go across the street to get some food, get some medicine. I'm still waiting on a whole new set of meds, but I need the temporary 10-day supply of the sleep medicine. It works much better now that the insulin poisoning is slowly wearing off. It's unreal. But he looks in the book, the cop does, and it says this one works at home. These folks, husband and wife, both work. They're not here till 6 o'clock. Got a retired person down here at the corner. Lots of expensive stuff. Bikes left unlocked. This place has dogs. This place doesn't. A long list of stuff they got, and little old lady likes her cats. Of course, that stuff, they're preying on the elderly, so they'll send the church princesses. They're taught from birth how to oh, isn't that kitty cute? How many of them do you have? What are their names? Yeah, little old ladies don't always have their relatives visiting as much. They're not able to get out. The Mormons claim them as trophies. I've seen them pushing a man in a stretcher down the street, often pushing them in wheelchairs. It's kind of like, in the South or any other place that hunts, putting the deer's antlers up on the wall or some other kind of trophy. I'm Melton, son of a carpenter. Dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. Tell that joke you got perfectly just once and never have to tell it again. Just get it on video. It goes for what you believe. Yesterday was Sunday. Whatever you feel is important, get it on video. Make it short as can be. If you can, that's going to get folks' attention. You can make a longer one if they want to listen to that or watch it as well. What you believe. And also get that joke you got perfectly just once and never have to tell it again. This is my eye from 2013, mostly brown. It printed a little darker. I've got another photo I hope to separate and have to show you. But it printed a little darker, but you can see a little lighter color here. That's what this is about a year later, 2014, I believe, before I went to the hospital with the stigmata wounds, gory wounds, genetic wounds. This circle here is going to be missing when I show you. This part here is going to have ideally whiter stuff right here and less whiter stuff at more brown towards the center. At times it can be all whitish. And as long as we're talking about the devil's people walking among us, don't forget to ask and answer Jesus' question, is Baracus and Obama terrorist? And that's what I mean by genetic wound. One of the ones that it cost me 80 pounds, lost 80 pounds in 1 month. Ended up in the Good Samaritan Hospital in LA here for 70 plus days. And on to a convalescent hospital from hell. Big five. I'm hoping to get the Mormon to work. I can't print them out, so I'm doing well to get 4x6. But these, I mean, this is like an 8x10. It's paper doc, Word doc. But I'm sure some of you out there can get those 4x6 ones. And if you've seen the same character I have of the Mormons, you want a poster too. Look for the image, take it to your print shop. Put on those billboards next to that ugly as sin Mormon temple, Latter-day Saint Church. LDS, probably the title. Put it there, and everybody can point out, yeah, that's the Mormons. You see that place there is bought with a whole lot of wolves among the sheep efforts. The little old ladies. Part of that church. Turn off the bathroom light and I will show you what's going on with the eyes. Oh, let me bring that up. I had a fire, LA firefighter one like yesterday. They showed me that character many times. It left me to die when I had those gory wounds, and I ended up spending 6 months. 6 months. Where that's coming from? 70 plus days in the Good Samaritan, and a year and a half in the convalescent hospital from hell. Yeah, that's him. So it's got my synapses all messed up. But yeah, they showed up here. I said I have murders of the nice lady from IHSS. The worker does my laundry, and I'd have her take me. I'm sick as anything. I want to go to the Good Samaritan. I know they got a lot of good folks there, good doctors, and they refused. They said we can't take you there. And someone else told me to request to be transferred once I get to the place. And I got to the Glendale Memorial Hospital, and they treated me very badly. Rapetti like spaghetti guy showed that devil's character in the hearts of doctors. Let's see if I can show you a few of my new ones that just came from last month. And this was it's a coordinated attack. Those who prescribed the insulin knew exactly what they were doing. I'm not going to take insulin again. But let me show you some that I've got printed. I don't have the Mormons Beware printed. I have to wait till the end of the month. But yeah, if you're coming out here, I've seen the character. Yes, the LA firefighter paramedic showed up drunk. One of them had liquor on his breath. And Rapetti like spaghetti showed me that 8 times better than morphine thing. It was. It just only lasts for 2 hours. Showed me that and pushed me out of the only reason he did that was either he thought he wouldn't have the same result. I don't know medicine, or because I asked to be transferred to the Good Samaritan after seeing the character of Dignity Health. And gave me that and took a quick MRI, and I was out the door. Sick as anything on the way back home. And yeah, I'm sure not going all the way to downtown LA, feeling that way, to get any kind of decent treatment, and not knowing if I'm going to meet the devil there, because they're going hog wild. They're worried. They should be. I got about 2 days. Actually, the insulin poison was starting to hit me. 20th, and it was the Monday before the 20th. Did an interview. A guy called the week before from New York, college, small college station as he described it. He asked me questions about my imagery, and then just a few days ago, last Monday, a week ago, the other guy called and ask a few questions. I brought up the 93 checks. In this particular, that's where things are flying. I brought up the 93 checks. Let me see if I can get it. Don't want to roll over it. That's where the devil's throwing stuff around here. Loves this phone game. That's why I got completely where I was at. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't going to roll all the way. Right. I was sick enough coming back and going to get over-the-counter stuff for the stomach and no pain medicine. They give you something 8 times Dolph or something. 8 times better than morphine, and they're not doing that. Here's how you separate before you come to Los Angeles. I've seen stuff. That's not the first incident of character from the LA, bad character from the LA Fire Department dragging down a noble position. Dragging down a noble profession. That's where my vocal cords are going into. Blue-eyed DNA taking over brown-eyed DNA, and it gets rough down. But you call them up. You put their numbers. They don't mind me being disturbed in my home. Numbers of firemen, policemen, officials of California. On the backs of pies. And you try to call me via speakerphone with them if they cannot. State, county, city, cops, their non-emergency numbers, their home numbers, the LA Fire Department, their home numbers as well as non-emergency numbers. They can't give you a good answer about a man who's been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade. Been designing graphic art around it for a decade. He has yet to get one. No certified mail. Got the 93 checks. No non-certified mail. No interviews. That's the first 2 interviews, live or over the phone, I've done about my graphic art, about anything. Oh, the one, you can find it. I've got it on youtube.com/DNFD series. And the last one, when I was talking about how they placed the cowardly Hussein in the White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, I referred to that as a disgrace, and it is. Turn that page, that dark chapter in our history. Whatever was done during those 8 years, undo it. Roll up our sleeves. We're Americans. It could not have been good. And yeah, I'm not a fan of the buffoon Trump either. The wrestling guy, yeah, he's comic relief after being that bold. You attack us with a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, and you place a cowardly Hussein in the White House. How you do that? Oh, if you're calling up a decade ago trying to tell everyone they're trying to pull a fast one, don't let them do that. They're trying to put a cowardly Hussein in the White House right after 9/11. You got a phone ringing. Error message did the same thing. That's America's high-tech lifelines, how it affects our politics. Check and post at 424-229-4140 with the LA Fire Department. If they don't know what a 93 check is, they can't tell you anything about it. That's their character. I've been asking in LA here for over a decade. You have to get one. No certified mail, no non-certified mail about it. No FedEx, no UPS. Make that video in the mail before you send it. Ask them before you send your tourists out here, before you come out here as a tourist, and of course with dignity, health. Best that you can do anything with diabetics kind of medicine. You asked them that question as well. I'm on speakerphone here, Doc. I'm reluctant to come into the office right now. I'm trying to call John Mountain Brave with my wife's lifeline, and it's not working. What do you know about it? You were taunting the man in an emergency room in more pain than you've ever been in. Why are you doing that? And what is your part in America's high-tech lifeline? Come see me in person. We'll travel, show me the perfect place to build. Jesus, smack the house, tear down the Great Wall of people. That has just me. And all those websites you saw with these, like Vote Truth and Christ Complex links, Daffodilia up at the top. 25,000 plus just as me, a handsome bald guy, in that imagery. And LA sunsets, flowers, clouds, birds. Tear it down. Put yourself in that image. Tear down the great wall of evil around me. Let's get started on those 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and the present. Greatness book. Jesus is immaculate house. You can't call me up to tell me what you believe or ask what I mean by that. That's religious censorship. Very serious kind that attacked us with all those cowardly Husseins. From the outside and the inside. Come see me in person. And yeah, you can call it an opportunity. It has the opportunity for a whole lot of folks all over the world to build a better world. Those 1,000 points of light. But I have to tell you, it's Jesus' immaculate house. There will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, fail, or purgatory.